People, Deluded, I'm back again. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well and safe on this Monday morning, evening or afternoon, depending on whoever you are, wherever you are according to the time zone. The main thing is I hope you're all well and safe and, you know, all of these sort of things. Moving forward, we know it's firmly transfer window. We know there's a lot of football to be played still, you know, the Champions League and the Europa League, and there's all these other things to be decided. But the football season is over. Well, the good thing is we'll be back on the road in a couple of months, but we know we haven't really got anything to entertain us beyond actual transfers, rumours and anything else that hots up and things like, you know, the latest you saw, I'm sure you all saw last night or the day before, images emerged of Zaha enjoying his life and partying. And obviously, I don't know if it's the club owners or whatever, they were having a bit of Zaha to Arsenal banter. Jadon Sancho, everybody's watching his movements and him going to house parties. Obviously, what's his face as well, man? Well, what's the other one, man? There's another rumour going around as well. I can't remember it. But it's apologies, people. That's my alarm. It just seems like Jadon Sancho is the bulk of things, people, really and truly. So there isn't much to talk about. But from an Arsenal perspective, first and foremost, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say, people. Oh no, it's gone again. There was Zaha. There was something else, man. Maitland-Niles to Spurs. Yeah, there's a next one happening as well, allegedly, apparently, but it's escaped me, people. I've tried hard to remember it. But moving forward, apparently Leeds are exploring a number of options to strengthen their centre-back, which is a priority. They have considered Arsenal's Rob Holding. This is reported by the Mail Sport. Now it's easy to see why he's linked. You know, they will be losing Ben White. He'll probably go back to Brighton and try and feature in Graham Potter's plans. There obviously is the hope from Leeds and Brighton that he could continue his loan spell there. But Brighton probably seeing how much he's excelled, seeing the fact that Chelsea, Liverpool and actually Arsenal and amongst other clubs have registered an interest, and give him an opportunity in their first team next year and let him, you know, start over Dunk or Duffy or compete for a place. He's a very decent centre-half and I like how he's played in the Championship. I'm sure he's actually been on loan at Newport or something like that, and I saw him play as well, and I didn't think he was going to go on to this level, of course, but I felt he's a decent lad. They want Rob Holding now, allegedly, so he could be a bit of a replacement with that. It could obviously be reinforcements. Again, I don't think Rob Holding's going to cost that most, because, you know, I think Arsenal will hope for 20 or just over 20, will deal for 15, considering you signed the man for 2 million, probably a sell-on clause for Bolton to get a little change from that, but it's a sizable profit. They've also been linked with Martinez as well, our goalie. You know, Martinez and Holding will be a decent little thing for them. Obviously, Holding's a boy from up north. I think he's actually from Manchester or Bury or one of them sides there. And I know Leeds isn't exactly Manchester. Leeds and Man United fans probably kill me for saying that. But it's, you know, it's a return up north of sorts. It's back down them sides, closer to family and things like that. Obviously, Holding, a big part is for me as to why Holding hasn't kicked on enough is because he just hasn't played enough as well. He's just not played enough, and, you know, going to Leeds, you probably got more of a chance of playing football than here. You know, you could get games at Arsenal, you know, but who knows, because there's many centre-halves on our books. Marie to come back to fitness, Chambers even to come back to fitness, and how Chambers is playing, I think he's ahead of Rob Holding. You lot know me, I'm a big fan of Rob Holding. You know, you've got David Luiz, which I'm inclined to believe, at least for the start of the season, is going to be ahead of you, because that's Arteta's man. Saliba to come in. We've been linked with Gabriel. That's what I remember, people. Apparently Gabriel's sister has followed Arsenal, so our Arsenal fans are working hard. You know, on top of all the other centre-halves that are still on the books, you know, you can't really make a case for getting game time. You know, Holding has had some good periods at Arsenal. He has looked a bit shaky since his return from injury collectively. I do think he's a decent player, and I would like to keep him, but I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of players, you know, you always hear me say that. I'm a big fan of Maitland-Niles, Guendouzi, my man Holding in question. There's bare man, but if they have to be sacrificed to help us rebuild, then they've got to be sacrificed to rebuild. So that could be a decent little offer, and I don't know if it's just paper talk, but it could be one to monitor. Arsenal have actually been linked again with Morgan Sanson of Olympique Marseille, the midfielder. Very decent technically, good positional awareness. I think he's fairly experienced now. We've been linked with him for a couple of years, and actually Everton and Spurs as much as us, but you haven't really seen no progress. Marseille had a decent year by their own standards, but apparently Arsenal are keen on still going for him, and we have made an inquiry about the midfielder. Apparently Marseille are open to selling as they need the money, and Arsenal are paying close attention. So we'll see what happens. Now, something needs to happen over Mesut Ozil's contract, people, but it's come out. Apparently Arsenal will make a new push to reach an agreement over Mesut Ozil's 18 million contract nightmare. they are ready to make an offer to pay him off and reach a deal or subsidise his 350k a week wages if he moves to another club. So that probably means, you know, we're trying to, you know, we'll let him go out on loan if a team offers to even pay his wages. But, you know, even taking half, he's still among the top earners of any other club. So it's difficult. For us, paying half is better than paying this. But for another club, yeah, it's easy to say loan him out, and it looks more attractive to say loan him out because, you know, there's no permanent fee and things. And I do agree with a lot of that, people. But when you look at the finances, even if, yeah, you want to take Ozil, like, let's just say I don't know, I manage ABC United, we play in the Prem, Arsenal want to sell Ozil and all these things and loan him out. I say, cool, I'll take him on loan. But when I look at the numbers, I'm like, alright, cool, I'm probably going to have to pay a loan fee. I'm probably going to have to subsidise his wages, which is over 100 odd, putting him in the highest earners of mine. You know, considering his age, considering, you know, just how Ozil's been, whether he's played or not, his numbers are very mediocre. Is it worth the financial outlay? This is what makes it tougher for us, and this is what the only benefit to playing him and keeping him relevant is, because you look at it, you know, Ozil, I don't think he's returned double figures in the last 2 years for assists and things like that. You know, we all know technically he's a great player and things, but for the finances involved, if you was one of the clubs he's been linked with, you might still do it. You know, he's been linked with a move to Turkey and things like that. It's a myth, you know. I think we have more, you know, I would, so if we can find someone out there that would take him on loan for a year, you know, make us pay half a week wages, half of his weekly wages, and give us a loan fee, and we just do that for the year, and when his contract runs out, he can do what he wants, then cool. If we pay up his contract, then again, that's a big financial L, because, you know, giving 18 million to Ozil, again, I don't think we're just going to give him cash in hand 18 million, but he is going to want to be guaranteed all those wages, and probably in line with inflation, and probably all little bonuses. Like, you could probably imagine, the irony is, Ozil's not involved in that FA Cup, and he probably got, like everybody, probably he's got a collective bonus, and for himself an individual bonus. So yeah, I mean, what I don't want to see, and what's going to hurt us the most, is what we've been doing the last 2 years with him. Like, he's here, but it's the running soap opera. Do you get it? So I do get it, but, you know, can we pay 18 million, renew Aubameyang's deal, and make significant investments in this team and commit to financial deals we need to fulfill without Champions League football? I don't know. Only the club knows our financial structure. So to pay him up 18 million, you know, I get the logic behind it. It's kind of biting the bullet, you know, killing the virus before it spreads even more. Not saying Ozil is a virus, but this contract thing is a bit of a dark cloud on us. So yeah, man, I don't mind that. You want to pay up his 18 million, and again, it all depends have we got the finances, because it is 18 to 20 million to buy up his contract. Have you got that to commit to doing that? And obviously, you know, Aubameyang new deal, all these other things we want to do as a club, I don't know. So we'll have to see, but, you know, I would support that. We have to bite the bullet, and to be fair, you know, if you could, you know, give Ozil 80 million and make that back with the sales of potentially holding Maitland-Niles, Lacazette, Bellerin, you know, Torreira, I'm just throwing out names that have been linked with moves away. There's very few players in this Arsenal team that haven't been linked with moves away, and I personally, this is my opinion, I personally think there's tiers, man. I think there's players the club definitely want gone, e.g. Ozil, and with Guendouzi light. I think, you know, then you break it down, you get the Maitland-Niles, the Torreiras, you know, the Holdings, players that will be on selling, or at least we hear are on selling, but, you know, we're not going to force them out, but they're available for the right price, sort of thing. So we'll have to see how that one develops, people. Speaking of Torreira has obviously again been linked with AC Milan, Fiorentina and Torino off the back of a poor season compared to his impression that he left in the first year. You know, there's been many reasons. He's had injuries, he's lost his confidence, you know, he's not played regularly, he's played out of position, and it's just been a turbulent season. I still think he's got quality to add. If Torreira leaves, I would like someone in our midfield that can put a foot in, because I look at my midfield, I want, you know, someone that can dictate tempo, couple man that can dictate tempo, someone that's box to box / can put a foot in, you know, and someone that can do a bit of both, really, you know. And you need a defensive mid, you need someone that can help shut out games and stuff like that. And I think if Torreira leaves, cool, but we need to bring that in, because I do think, I'm sure Torreira was playing initially under Arteta, and I do think football's funny. Everybody, myself included, Torreira's not a fit. Right now, he's out of the system tactically. But if we go 4-3-3 or injuries happen and Torreira plays and he bads it up, we're not saying this. So football's a squad game. I do understand the logic behind selling Torreira. You always hear he wants to go back to Italy. You know, we could take that 40 million or so together with Guendouzi and, you know, revamp the midfield a bit better. So Torreira's been linked with a lot of moves, and he seems to be playing coy. He said, "Today I need to think about my future very well. I have a contract with the club and I have to respect it. Obviously, if I have to leave, it will be for the best. We have to be calm and wait. Last season, I played continuously. This one, less. This year, it was more complicated. I lost the continuity and the confidence. I don't like that. At this age, I need to play to be called up to the national team. Market rumours, right now I don't know anything. So again, he wants to play football just for playing. Obviously he wants to play in the national team, and he's been quite honest with his season and stuff like that. You know, I think the big reason as Torreira's not going to play is because I don't think he's a bad passer. I think he's got more than he can offer, but I don't think he offers enough that Xhaka offers, receiving it off the centre half, and that's why I just don't think he's a fit right now. I would like him to stay out. I'm a big fan of Torreira, and I've just previously made an argument, but again, if a right offer comes, then you know, people got to get sold and things have to happen, people. You know, the latest club to be linked with Matteo Guendouzi is his former club PSG. So he's been linked with PSG, Juventus, Atletico, Barcelona, Villarreal. There's quite a couple of options for him. You know, if this situation cannot be resolved at Arsenal under Arteta, I've got nothing more to add. So on that note, I'm going to get out of here, man. People, DG.